Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nita Cup 500k-3 Dronemaster edition. I am Dunkurtin and today we are doing our first losers bracket. Got everyone who is competing spawned in and just crashing into everyone around here right now. In today's matches we have the Sarcoptic Mange going up against the Shakti, followed by the Drone Aftershave going up against the Breaker team, and finally the X52 Carrier going up against the Lord of the Flies. Only 3 matchups today, as Wingus, Dingus and Doom has been disqualified, so the Triangle and the Illuminati get a free pass through this round, though I may end up just putting a bit of footage of those two fighting at the end while I'm doing my outro, just so yeah, just for a bit of entertainment at the end there. But until then, let's get everything started with the Sarcoptic Mange and Shakti coming up first. Alright guys, here we go. We have the Shakti from Miss Ion spawning in second in this round, immediately going to work with its lasers, while the Sarcoptic Mange is mostly responding, I believe, with a bit of lasers of its own and some missiles from its drones. We have an explosion down here. I believe this was one of the Shakti's drones. Quite a bit going on. Shakti's mothership leading the Sarcoptic Mange and its one of its drones in a bit of a chase right now. I just try and get a good view of everything that is going on. You have a lot of looks like anti-missile lasers coming off of the Shakti, and it's leaving a nice smoke trail behind it. Just trying to work out who's what from this distance right here. So it looks like we basically just have the motherships chasing each other. I'm not sure if the Shakti has any rear weapons. While the Shakti is actually chasing one of the Sarcoptic Mange's drones, we have a large explosion out the back there somewhere, and another explosion on one of the Sarcoptic Mange's drones. I'm not sure if the Sarcoptic Mange's second drone is still functioning. Looks like the Shakti just collided with the wreckage of that drone, took out one side of their lasers. So mostly we just have this chase going on between the motherships. The Shakti now going down. The Sarcoptic Mange has been chasing it for quite some time. It looks like those lasers have finally got through. We still have explosions going on elsewhere. There still is a drone fight going on a little further back, as we see the Sarcoptic Mange's lasers changing priority. I'm not sure if those are anti-missile or what at the moment going off over there. It looks like it is over. Oh no, we still have some lasers coming from the mothership. Kind of don't want to go too far over here to check on the drones in case. I'm pretty sure this is the main thing left functioning at the moment. Looks like both sides have lost all of their drones, and it may just be a matter of time before the Sarcoptic Mange comes around to finishing off the Shakti completely. But the Shakti does have a nice little smoke cloud going down here, but it's just moved out of it, unfortunately. Smoking up again. Looks like the only offense that the Sarcoptic Mange actually has is lasers, so that will slow its destruction down. Just going to continue to let this play out until we have a definite conclusion, guys. So it looks like the Shakti has once again been disabled. It did get back up for a while there. Has lost all of its thrust potential at the moment though. Miss Ion should be pretty happy though. Even if this does go against her, has had a much better showing than her first matchup so far. Though this is not yet completely over. So we've had a bit of upset here. Looks like the Shakti got a good hit on the Psychoptic Mange and took out its propulsion. That smoke screen really doing great work for the Shakti right now in keeping it alive and mitigating this laser damage while it can repair up. It looks like while being laser focused, the Psychoptic Mange does not actually have any laser defenses of its own, which may be its undoing here. We have someone's drone still flying around over there. I believe that's one of the Shakti drones. Raining some Ducker down on the Psychoptic Mange right now. That is all just pure HE Ducker. Don't think any of it would have got through those shields though. But the Shakti mothership is just doing work with these rapid fire lasers right now. Not sure the Psychoptic Mange is going to be able to repair and get back up from this. Alright guys, and the shields are finally down. I don't think we need to really see much more to be able to confidently call this round with a very surprising twist. That's what happens when you allow repair in a tournament, I guess. Some of these matchups just become a battle of attrition, and who can actually just manage the damage better as opposed to putting it out initially. Basically it becomes you either have to have that constant damage output or your Alpha Strike has to completely destroy your enemy. So this first matchup will go to the Shakti, and we'll see if the Psychoptic Mange can get a different turnout for its second round. Alright guys, so here we go with the Psychoptic Mange from CERN, spawning in second, fighting to maintain its place in this tournament right now. So we have a lot of lasers and some missiles flying around right now. Looks like the first casualty goes to Shakti, losing one of their drones. Just trying to keep a bit more of an eye on what's happening to the drones this time. I'm pretty confident the battle between the motherships will take a little while to play out again, unless the drones are actually involved. So it might be nice just to get a bit better of an idea of what actually happens to these drones. So we see here right in front of us one of the Psychoptic Mange's drones going down as there was a slowdown from an explosion elsewhere. Also, the motherships looked like they had just swapped place in who was chasing who for a second, but the Shakti once again turning tail. Looks like it's got a lot of lasers on its back though, so it likes to kind of run from the enemy while just whittling them down. Looks like the Shakti doesn't have many drones left though, just one cannon drone that I can see over there. While the Psychoptic Mange's drones are still holding in there a little bit longer this round. So here we have the Shakti mothership going down as its drone comes in behind to try and reinforce it. Not sure if it's doing much with that single Ducker cannon right now. We have a large explosion. It's the Psychoptic Mange's drone going up there, so it's down to one drone now. Not sure that other drone is getting in range too often, though it has just started launching missiles now. I'm not sure how long a range those missiles are, as I haven't seen them firing too much, or maybe I've just been missing the actual launches. So we have the Psychoptic Mange repairing the damage to its propulsion there, maybe, or going down, I don't know. It's kinda up down just now, while its missile drone has finally been silenced. Once again, that really thick smoke screen doing great work for the Shakti in preserving this mothership. Okay, so we just had a large explosion. Couldn't quite really see it that much, but I believe it was on the inside of the sarcoptic mange here somewhere. As we get a closer look, it is definitely going down after that explosion. Can't really see how much of a hole has been burrowed through, but it is down right now, so it looks like this matchup may be going to the Shakti, which would be a massive upset, seeing as CERN is our reigning champion, I believe, from the last Nita Cup, to be knocked out in our first round of knockouts. How the mighty have fallen, I guess, but completely different tournament, and guess, you know, just not the best matchups for him. So yeah, the sarcoptic mange just really being stripped right now by all these lasers from the Shakti. Looks like this is pretty well over. The conclusion seems pretty obvious right now. As the ship starts to disintegrate from those last couple missiles coming in, it looks like, yes, the sarcoptic mange will be our first contestant dropping out of this bracket, as the Shakti from Miss Ion has just taken it down. That was a great fight overall. I thought the sarcoptic mange had it in the first round, but as we saw, the Shakti just doing really well at mitigating that laser damage, and the sarcoptic mange just could not finish its opponent off. So the Shakti from Miss Ion will be staying in the competition while the sarcoptic mange drops out. Alright guys, so here we have the Breaker team from Diamango spawning in second against the Drone Aftershave from Ryation. Got things slowed down a bit because a lot of people haven't actually had a decent look at the Breaker team yet. So got a couple cannon drones back here trying to look at things quickly. Yeah, not sure what's going on with these drones back here. I have lost control of my camera right now. I think I'm just going to speed things back up because we have just missed a lot of the action. It looks like the Breaker team's main mothership has already just been taken out while I was trying to get a look at those drones. Sorry for that, guys. Yeah. So, the Drone Aftershave going to work with its main laser, it looked like, on that mothership. But the Breaker team has struck back and actually taken out the Drone Aftershave mothership, as we can see there on the center of the screen. Drone Aftershave's missile box over here doing quite well, even if it has just lost propulsion, still firing off. At least it's not trying to be a submarine. Meanwhile, the helicopter, that's right, the Ducker helicopter, I'm not going to call it a missile helicopter this time, is way up here still. How many drones do we have from the Breaker team remaining? Looks like we have those missile boxes down in the water still, a couple flyers. The Drone Aftershave's missile box has been completely destroyed at this point in time. The mothership is still trying to repair itself back up. We have a Breaker team flyer down here. Should have some maybe missile boxes over here somewhere. It looks like they were actually taken out. I can't find them right now. Everything from the Breaker team kind of just targeting what's left of the Drone Aftershave mothership, it looks like right now. I don't think this helicopter is much of a threat at the moment, though it does still have some repair. Oh, it does actually have missiles on it, but it is mostly a Ducker machine, I believe, despite what I kept on calling it last time. So that is now pretty well taken down. And down here we see the mothership is completely broken to bits as well, though that turret taking a long time to disintegrate. Looks like the Breaker team has taken this first matchup pretty definitively, sorry for missing that action right there at the start while trying to look at the drones, guys. We'll make sure not to do that again. I thought they might take a bit longer with everything slowed down, but unfortunately not. So let's move on to our second matchup between these two. Alright guys, here we go with the drone aftershave from Rain Shadow spawning in second. Those lasers going straight to work while the missile box also flies off and starts launching its missiles. As the breaker team also moves in to engage. Unfortunately I let the camera move pretty far back before spawning in the drone aftershave. So those breaker team missile boxes won't have a huge effect on this match, I don't think. Here we see the drone aftershave's big missile box being taken down, still firing off as it drops low. Meanwhile, the breaker team seems to have taken a lot more casualties, mostly from our laser mothership, I think, by the looks of things, though it also has found itself in the water at this point in time. We have one of the breaker team's drones trying to go underwater up here, but still launching its missiles. Way over here we do see these little mine launchers still intact. Drone aftershave will have to take care of them soon if it wants to win this match, but their missiles not having the fuel to actually get to that Dunkurtin. Thankfully these missiles might drop relatively close to the mothership if it's still stuck in the water and goes over that way. But right now it looks like the drone aftershave has this match pretty well in the bag, as this laser just goes around cleaning up what is left of the breaker team. If we get down to just these missile boxes, I will call it as I am letting them stay in the competition despite not having propulsion. I will not count them if they are the only thing remaining for the breaker team. We see a lot of missiles going off over this one. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if there's anything over there or if it's just not set with a restricted attack angle by the looks of things. We see the darker helicopter going to work on something down here. The last of the breaker team. Actually, the aftershave is lasering. There must be something over here. I kind of want to go take a quick look. Nope, no idea what's going on over here. So come back over here. It looks like the drone aftershave is pretty well done with mopping up the breaker team. Just go around quickly and see if I can see any offensive capabilities apart from those sea mines. No, that looks pretty well to be it, and the helicopter is going over here to attack these mines now. As I said though, I will not count them as they don't actually have propulsion, so I'm kind of bending the rules, letting them remain in the tournament. So, though we do have some missiles coming over to clean them up now, I'm confident they will be cleaned up, so I'm going to call this round in favour of the drone aftershave. So right now we are one apiece and will be going to a final tiebreaker match between these two to see which one will remain in the competition. Alright guys, here we go with the breaker team from Dimango spawning in second in this final match between itself and the drone aftershave. Breaker team rushing to engage the drone aftershave's forces while the drone aftershave begins work with that laser. And now we have some darker coming on from this helicopter. We see an explosion, one of the breaker team going up in flames there. A lot of damage going onto the drone aftershave mothership though, I believe. It has lost control and found itself in the water upside down as well, which will greatly affect its abilities to use its laser if that turret is still on there, which I believe it was from what I could see. Got a lot of slowdown from a lot of explosions right now. I think mostly just the breaker team mopping up the few drones that have already been taken down. Well, they're drones that have already been taken down, just getting mopped up a little bit. We still have a few of its craft flying around. Just going to quickly come down here and Okay, so we don't have the laser turret on the mothership anyway, so that doesn't really matter that the mothership is upside down right now. Just a lot of explosions, a little hard to keep track of what's going on. The Darker helicopter has just exploded into pieces so quickly, must have taken a hit in a really vulnerable spot there. Yeah, so just down to the missile box right now by the looks of things, though that helicopter will slowly repair itself up, and of course the joint aftershave mothership will be doing its best to repair itself as well. The missile box now focusing those little mines, so that's doing well, cleaning them up. They won't be a threat for much longer. Looks like the only functioning drone we have left on the side of the breaker team is this little fella here. Not sure if he can pull this off on his own, as the mothership is back up in the air. Well, was doing a really good job of avoiding those missiles for a while. Just got clipped there and sent into a spin though. And the mothership's laser is now back up and just picks it off. Unfortunately, that is it for the breaker team. Very good submission from Diamango. Unfortunately, our second submission dropping out of the competition today by the looks of things. Just double check that I haven't missed a drone anywhere. No, that does appear to be it. So the drone aftershave moving on to our next round. Congratulations, Rain Shadow. Alright guys, for our final matchup today we have the Lord of Flies from Phalagen X going up against the X-52 carrier from Vinsta 7. This is just going to be a whole mess of drones flying around here. Both teams here have a lot of drones. I believe the X-52 carrier has about 20. Lord of Flies would have a good dozen or so itself. As you can see, this is absolute chaos. There is no way that I'm going to be able to keep track of everything that's going on here, so I think the best solution is to just find a good angle here and sit back and watch the chaos unravel. So we do see a large explosion in the background there, looks like on the X-52's main mothership. While we still have a lot of drones from both teams flying around, I do believe the majority of the ones in the air at the moment belong to the X-52 carrier, though it's a bit hard to tell. Just going to have to continue to let this play out until things calm down a bit more. Just have explosion after explosion right now. Things are slowly starting to calm down though. Try and take quick stock of what we have. The Lord of Flies mothership and its little surrounding Guardian boats still really intact right now. X-52 carrier has at least 2, 3, I'd say 4 or 5 drones surviving right now. Though it does look like they are slowly beginning to be picked off. The advantage has definitely swung towards the Lord of the Flies at this point in time. Unfortunately, don't think these drones on their own have much chance of getting anywhere near this mothership with that insane missile defense there. You see it going to work, just instantly deleting these missiles from the drones. Though I believe, I'm gonna have to look at the video to confirm it, but I believe it might have just lasered one of its own ships then. Either that or it was a downed drone from the X-52 carrier perhaps. Looks like we're down to just 3 drones, whereas Lord of Flies itself has some of its boats and I believe just 1 plane in the air, plus whoever's that balloon is over there. So I believe this is the last functioning drone from the X-52 carrier right here, I'm pretty sure. Doing its best to avoid that laser, but just a matter of time. It's pretty accurate. Just give it a quick moment to see if any more targets are being picked up. Looks like a couple of the drones did manage to repair themselves a bit. Not in any shape to cause any worry to the Lord of Flies though. Here we have the X-52 carrier. Actually not completely destroyed yet. I was about to call it, but I guess I should just take a quick look to make sure that it is out of the game right now. I guess just waiting for the mothership's laser to kind of swap priority over here and then see what we have. Doing a lot of damage to itself right now, the Lord of Flies. Looks like the mothership is occasionally still launching missiles. But not entirely sure if it's achieving anything here. Mostly just getting pushed around by this boat. Looks like the something happened over here. We had some smoke. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, that's right. This does actually have a laser on the bottom, I believe. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Birds of a Feather. My mistake. Yeah, so I've given this plenty of time to play out, I feel. I do not see the X-52 carrier getting back up in the air. Some of its drones do occasionally repair themselves, but immediately just get picked off by that laser or a missile. So, going to call this in just a minute. We'll let it play out for a little while, just to make sure. Alright guys, I'm going to call it now in favour of the Lord of the Flies. So the first matchup between these massive swarms going head to head has gone to the Lord of the Flies. Let's see if our second meeting will go any differently. Alright guys, here we go. The X-52 carrier and its swarm of drones from Vinster 7 spawning in second this round. A lot of those drones just flying straight into the water, but using their balloons to get straight back up. And they are going head to head with the swarm from Phalegon X, the Lord of the Flies. The full name for this, guys, is actually Lord of the Flies Under the Volatile Skies, I believe. That's what the file name is anyway. Just been calling it Lord of the Flies. I'm not sure if that's a reference to something. I'm going to have to Google it later. But yeah, that is the full name for this design. So once again, too much happening here for me to keep track of everything. So just going to try and pick a good spot and let things unfold. We see the carrier itself once again taking a lot of damage. It may fall almost on top of the mothership of the Lord of the Flies though, so if its weapon systems are still intact, it will have a good opportunity to strike back. I might just try and position the camera more inside the actual drone swarm here. Drone swarm for a second there. Did I just say drone swarm? So still a lot of action going on here, but I get the feeling that while the mothership for the Lord of the Flies is still able to intercept all these missiles coming towards it, unless the X-52 carrier can get any damage on to this mothership, I don't see any way for them to really take this match, as it will just slowly but surely go about lasering down all these drones and slowly finishing them off, even if they do repair and get back up a few times. In a drawn out match, I would just say that the Lord of the Flies is probably going to win it just about every time. Would be nice to be proven wrong though and have to go to a third match here, just because I like to keep things interesting. But at this point in time, I don't think it's very likely. Though some of these missiles are actually getting through that defense. Alright, so we have a massive explosion over here on the... Oh, I thought it was on this mothership, sorry, just to get a bit further away from those missiles. But it may have been that little boat drone there to the left. So I would say that these craft that have been shot down rather close to the Lord of Flies mothership, the short distance that the missiles have to travel is definitely giving them a bit more of a chance to get damage onto that mothership. I'm just not sure whether it's going to be enough. In saying that though, the laser is silent right now. What's going on over here? Maybe some of those missiles did actually get through. Looks like the engine has taken some damage. I believe the X-52 carrier though just took a lot of damage from its own missiles coming in trying to hit one of the Lord of the Flies drones. But we have a good dozen drones left up in the air. Not much from the Lord of Flies. Mothership is silenced. If it cannot get this laser up and running before it is focused down, we will be going to a third match, and I would have been proven wrong in my prediction. Which, sorry, I probably jinxed you there, Failure Gen X. Alright, so they're not doing it too quickly, but the X-52 drones are slowly chunking down this mothership. The laser is completely gone now. It looks like this round will be going to the X-52 carrier. Of course, I will let it play out just to make sure. Alright guys, it's been silent for quite some time, it's slowly sinking. Do not see much of anything of use left on here, so I'm gonna call it in favour of the X-52 carrier. We will be going to a third and final match between these two to see who will stay in the competition. Alright guys, here we go with the final match for today. We already know this is going to be chaos, so early loss to the Lord of Flies. They did pick up on that, but otherwise just going to try and find a good position, and as with the last couple times, let things calm down a bit before I try to commentate too much, because there is a lot going on here. Though I know I can say the Lord of Flies have taken some pretty heavy early casualties here. So from what we have seen so far, I would have to say the X-52 carrier's drones themselves are probably more effective than the majority of the Lord of the Flies drones. But as far as the motherships themselves go, the Lord of the Flies mothership, very capable, whereas the X-52 carrier seems to continue to be getting shot down rather early in these matches. Though not completely destroyed, so it does still play quite a large part in whether or not its missiles connect, I would have to say. So looks like pretty well all these drones in the sky belong to the X-52 right now. However, I don't know if they have the numbers to get through the laser defenses here. Looks like last round, something that played a major factor in the X-52 carrier's victory was those down drones and the down mothership in close proximity to the Lord of the Flies mothership, just limiting the effectiveness of that anti-missile system. So the X-52 carrier itself though has got itself back up in the air and is fleeing from the scene at the moment. Not sure if it's just unable to turn back around or what, but looks like the Lord of the Flies pretty well has lost the majority, if not all, of its drones. Maybe just this one boat left functioning, but we see the numbers of the X-52 carrier have been severely culled, just down to 2 flyers and a couple in the water that are still able to fire their missiles off, but not doing too much damage, though it looks like they have blown up a smoke deployer. As we can see, the carrier slowly making its way back over here. Wasn't really sure where those missiles were going, but they just have a one-turn system, so they go around and then turn around. Looks like they're running out of fuel though, well before reaching their target. Didn't quite manage to get down here in time to see it properly, but a few of those missiles did get through just then. Looks like a lot of the focusing optics on the laser taken out is severely affecting its range and accuracy right now. Wait, do they affect range? I'm not 100% sure on that actually. But the laser is still functioning. These drones must have a fair bit of repair. At least 2 repair bots a drone. They're doing quite well in getting back up in the air regularly. Just as I was about to say that I think the Lord of the Flies had this matchup, the X-52 carrier has pulled it back, got those key missiles through the laser defense, which has now been silenced. As long as they keep up this damage constantly, it will not be able to get those systems back up too quickly. The systems themselves now very damaged. We do have a lot of repair drones down there, but just not able to keep up with the damage coming in right now. And in a 2-to-1 matchup, the X-52 carrier has defeated the Lord of the Flies and will be continuing on in this competition. Alright guys, just got the Triangle and Wingus and Dingus kind of duking it out in the background as I close things up here. So that was our first losers bracket over and done with. Carrying on in the competition, we have the Shakti defeating Sarcoptic Mange, the Drone Aftershave beating the Breaker team. Sorry, I just forgot who won there for a while there. Yeah, Drone Aftershave beating out the Breaker team, and the X-52 carrier defeating the Lord of the Flies in that final matchup. So they will all be carrying on into our next round. Here is the tree as it stands right now, coming up on the screen, or well, probably already been up for a little while. If you are enjoying the tournament so far, let me know, leave a like or give me a comment. Always appreciate feedback as usual. Leave a comment for that, or go to the official From the Depths forum and leave a comment in the thread there. If you haven't already checked that out, that's a really good idea. I highly suggest that. I know majority of my watchers are from there, but if anyone's new, the developer is actually quite active with what is going on with the games, that with the progression of the game there. So if you haven't already checked out the official forum, there will be a link to the description. Go do that right now. I highly suggest it. If you haven't seen the first Nita Cup, go check that out. That's on my channel. And I am Dunkurtin, and I'll see you guys next round.